I'm planning to travel to the UK. I'm going all the way from Melbourne, all the way to London. So I'm planning to go more sort of from London to the south side, you know, down the lower bit, all the way to Plymouth. This is south of London. Go up Wales and then Scotland, maybe. Depends, playing it by ear. Anyway, my planned itinerary, like all the stuff I'll be taking, is a whole bunch of guitar gadgets and stuff. My Fuji camera, which I am filming on now, it is a XA3. Rain jacket and rain pants, because I know especially Wales, it is wet. And compared to Australia, which we get very, very dry seasons, it's going to be fairly different. I'm also taking with me a day bag. This is just your average, very, very backpackers-ish like vibe going on. As you can see here, I'm taking a backpack. Yes, this is the size of my torso. I'm planning to get rid of some of the clothes and stuff, which I won't need. I've got a first aid kit in here, I've got 3 changes of clothes, and other types of knickknacks, what I would need. So like, I woke up, this is my, the fit for the plane. It's comfy, it's going to be 8 degrees when I get to, England, so I'm going to have to put on a flannel. Locked up at the airport. I'm just waiting for the thing to open. I got here about a little earlier than needed to be.
Way too early.
Enhance, 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 enhance. Yeah. I've just got off the plane. I'm very jet lagged, and I've got to try and make a scarf on. I put both my bags in the one bags. I'm very tired, and now I'm going to get a bus to Reading. So I asked the guy who was selling tickets, where can I find the bus? Because there's a thing called Megabus, and that was going to be really cheap. And the guy just goes, just take the train, it's easier. And I'm like, okay. So then I took the train, which I'm not complaining. Yeah, it was expensive, but hey, it was a new experience. The underground. So, I've arrived in Reading, and it's quite nice, it's lovely. I've been here for about a day and a bit. This is my second day here, after getting off the train, and it's quite nice. I like it. So far I've gone for a walk and just got myself ready. I don't feel that jet lag. I don't know what it is. I'm maybe lucky, or maybe just, you know, tired and then not realising I'm tired, and then, you know, like when you're doing things and then, yeah, because I've been pretty, yeah. Anyway, so the plan for me today is to go for a bit of a walk. So here's like one of those shelter things during the war. Go in, gives you shelter, but as well you can observe the Thames, which it's a bit bright outside compared to in here, so that's why there's a lot of exposure outside. It's cool. Later on in the day, I went to a pub, which was nice, a nice typical English pub, with a fire. It was a bit chilly, which was good. England. And the next day, and after that day, we went to go see some locks, which is like this, well, where the water comes in, where they move boats up. Australia is very flat. You don't get that, I don't think. Well, at least not in my area. So the rest of the week was just walking, and we did go for a bit of a guitar search, which I did find my dream guitar, a Guild M20. Obviously known as the Nick Drake guitar. I would end up going with a different guitars, like a bit, you know, cheaper, where I can easily take on my journey with me. the day after, we went to go see some Morris dancers. Which is a traditional English dance group. They get together and do this weird funny little dance. It was something. So that bit was the last bit of my week with the first people I was staying with, and then I travelled up to North London from Reading. So I've just left Reading and I've had a bit of a walk, which is quite heavy because I've got, well, one, my guitar, and then two, I've got my big bag, and it was heavier than I thought. It's quite annoying actually. But I've landed in Primrose Hill. It's a famous movie setting, and look at the view. So after getting to North London, I went to take a look around in more of the touristy areas instead of the quirky areas. So I'm at the Trafalgar Square. I should have got a spoon. Although we went to the touristy areas, I did find something quirky. Now I've been a vegetarian about 6 years. I found an eel shop. Eel is a traditional, English thing they don't really have anymore. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I had some and it tasted funky. So the day after that, after I ate eel, I was perfectly fine. It was something I would have once. And so after that day, there's a famous folk singer called Bert, a Scottish folk singer who died, and I wanted to go to his gravesite.
Customer information. To plan your public transport journey.
Approaching is to Tower Hill.
Me and Cole's Marks, just chilling, just vibing. Yeah. I'm here in Brighton, which is nice. Quite lovely. You can see the old pier that burnt down. Actually burnt down twice. Over in the corner there, you can see the one that's still operating. And yeah, lovely little town. Brighton's famous for Alan Partridge living here. Dave Gilmore. Alan Partridge. Currently I'm staying just in a small town just right near Brighton, and it's about like a 30-minute ride, so yeah. It's super not common in Australia, more common in European areas, is the sand. Or well, the lack of sand, or the lack of breakup of sand, because it's a rock beach. And that's something quite weird, especially going, Australia's got some lovely beaches and it's quite different. your average Australian house because it's down under. Thank you for my TED talk. So that building there is where the IRA tried to blow up Margaret Thatcher, but failed blowing up Margaret Thatcher. The house of Dave Gilmour from Pink Floyd.
They're just letting a bit through at a time. Oh, the gate just moved then, didn't it?
So once I left that town near Uxfield, I travelled up to a town called Romsey, which is very small, the size of my hometown Echuca, except the difference is it felt very small when actually it was really big. When I mean really big, I mean big for Australia. So I tried busking for the first time in England and it went quite well. I was happy with the result and yeah. And then today I have gone to Southampton. In Southampton I went to a Eastern European store and I've also went to a music shop where I got a tin whistle. I don't know how to play. From the Eastern European store, I got this little snacks. I don't know how to say that. And then I got a drink of apple cherry. So yeah, the food was a bit, you know, not the vibe, but yeah, I'm gonna get another drink because I really like the apple cherry. Bit funny walking around and you see all these you know, these old bits of things mixed in with the new parts of town, because you know it's so good that, you know, they've kept the old structures and stuff. So the river in Romsey is very famous for having salmon, which I believe is that fish right there. The little red fins. So there's now 3. There's 1, 2, and a little one. It's a family. Oh my goodness. Wow. So after I walked around Romsey, I just came back below the tin whistle. And today I'm gonna go to a castle.
He's quite healthy, one of the daughters of the abbess. It's got to be property.
Miners.
Duckton Aquarium.
So after visiting Winchester Castle, I went swimming in a river.
Are you sure you want your towels on?
Oh, good heavens. Oh!
Not so warm, eh?
Okay.
Bye.
We'll walk down with you.
How you going?
God! These trousers are heavy.
I bet.
As you can tell, it was freezing and it was cold. It was, yeah, England River. It's much different from Murray River water, which is less cold. So after I went swimming, I made my way up to Plymouth, which is where I'm recording now. Another thing to note that the Beatles were once here, like the from Liverpool Beatles. Hard to believe that this is England because it's just so sunny and nice and yeah.
And why do you...
So the first 2 days it was pretty much just walking around the main bit of Plymouth, the streets, mostly Plymouth being a seaport town, the seaport town areas, which is quite fun.
Get much better than this.
Yeah. Now the third day that I was in Plymouth, I went to Cornwall.
You get a real close up of that.
I'm not actually, funny enough, normally being the moment here.
He just paid a very brief visit. It's on its way again. Your dad had a thing about trees, tree.
Thing to note too that in Cornwall there's only about 300 people that speak Cornish, which is the original language over there, which was originally Welsh, then over the years it sort of changed and then evolved to Cornish, where in Wales about 1/3 of the population still speaks Welsh. In Cornwall, as I said, 300 people. So the other day I went on a boat and I went to the other side of Plymouth. I walked up the main hill area looking down at the dock and the bay, and then I went around to like a weird loop around Plymouth, which I saw this old broken down church. The day after I went to Dartmoor, where I went to Brentor's church. The place is like a church on top of a hill. It's quite nice.
These are wild horses. Probably decent, so.
Look at that. Come here. Coming down from the hill, we went for about a 30-minute walk to Wistman's woods, which is apparently it's haunted. There was no ghosts, but there was a sign saying keep off. So today I went by bus to Totnes, which is a lovely little town. It's equivalent to Castlemaine, but like in England, and nothing like Castlemaine. Yeah, which is a nice little town.
I'll be to honest, I've never been in here before.
So the connection with Australia, with that town, is Burke and Wills. They have this thing where they say, hey, Wills is from here. Now they travelled through Australia, and then when they were trying to get back on their boat, they were one day late and the boat left without them, and they died. So I've just booked my tickets to get from Plymouth to Chepstow, and I'm getting ready for the walk from Offa's I've got the map there at the moment, and I've just circled what route I'm taking for Offa's and yeah. I'm going to be leaving my day bag and a few other stuff that I don't need, and that's really made my bag a lot lighter. The lighter the bag is, the easier I can go, especially up hills, and I am bringing my guitar, and that's going to be a bit of a pain, but yet again, I think I would go crazy if I didn't have a guitar with me for that period of time. We went on another boat trip today. That was fun. Yet again, we went to Cornwall. And after that we went back into Plymouth. We walked around the Devil's Point. The Devil Point is good. It's a lovely little barricade area. Although the barricades aren't used anymore, it is good to see, you know, what history used to be like. And yeah, they are run down and they're full of graffiti, but it's cool that you can still go into them. The plan for tomorrow was originally going to a dinosaur thing. That's not going to happen anymore. Maybe on later in the week, but we're going to just go walk around some grounds. There might be a dog. So during our walk, we just went around Plymouth. Unfortunately, there was no dog. There was other dogs on the trail, but the dog we were going to take, no dog. Anyway, not a important story. Tonight, I've been working on postcards. Just people send it, and I've been working on my trip for Wales. Now, Wales is totally different because I'm going to Wales. I don't know anyone in Wales, and I'll be going there. I'm going to walk all the way up Offa's Dyke, go around, and then I'll reach the mid sort of Wales and walk around there. So I'm going to be camping and Airbnb-ing or backpacking, whatever's cheapest. I am a renowned cheapskate, so that's okay. I'm not looking for quality, I'm looking for an adventure. So the plan for me today is to go to Tavistock. So Tavistock was a nice little town. It was famous for, you know, having a lot of monks back in the day. Then the Vikings came, and then Henry VIII decided to dissolve the church. And then it's still, you know, a lovely little town. Very famous for copper mining. England's a very famous mining area. Around the Devon and Cornwall area, you will get a lot of mines. So in Wales. I've just got myself a Devonshire flag. It's made in Taiwan. So if you're wondering what the Devon flag looks like that I got today, it's very similar to the Cornish flag, which is, the Cornish flag is like the stripe, like the cross with black on the outside. Now the Devonshire flag is like that, except instead of it being black it's green. I'll give you a demonstration. So I just went busking just then in the main centre of Plymouth. There was a spot where they chopped down a whole bunch of trees, and I went busking there. Now, as I was busking, I was doing it for about 25 minutes. This guy comes up, and he's got this sort of blank look, and he kind of just stares at the sun right in front of me for about 5 minutes, and he was kind of then finished that, and he'd just gone around saying, "Yeah, yeah," and I thought, oh, okay, cool. That guy seems like a fun guy. Then the police pulled up, and then he kind of ran off, and then it was a whole thing, and yeah. So today I'm going to go back into Dartmoor to go see the Barrator Reservoir, which is a lovely little spot. No, you can't go swimming in it.
Yeah, that's one thing.
What are you going to do?
You walk back.
Well, yeah, you just think, yeah, okay. I don't know how long. After we went to the reservoir, we went up to Drake's Trail. Drake was this guy, not important to the story, but he's got a trail because he used to own a whole bunch of land around here. He was a questionable guy, very questionable characters. Anyway, so we did this walking path. Today is going to be a chill day. Today I'm just going to hang around Plympton. There's an old castle in Plympton, well, a bit of an old castle. Just chill day.
This is quite primitive.
Yeah. So today I'm going to Exeter, which is famous for having a old Roman wall. Well, it's Roman, and top of it's Normandy, and then it's modern day stuff. But still a wall, and there's a church there, a really big church. Another thing to notice too, that Exeter has the narrowest street in the world, but it wasn't much a street, it was just like a little alleyway, and it was just a good way to get people in the little street area, but I was the only one in it, so I don't know if it worked.
I knew it was here.
So I think this is going to be my last entry for this this bit of the trip. So today, or yesterday, I went to Loo, which is a town in Cornwall that's by the sea. Getting there was good because we went through the countryside of Cornwall, and I got to see like all typical southern England sort of vibe.
It's not bad spot, is it? Yeah, this isn't the... There is a proper bar up to the cliffs of that.
Cause I'm sailing down on the ocean, finna do 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 do. Cause I'm sailing. I wanted to get a photo of me in front of a phone box, and Grandpa's got a habit of taking photos and then doesn't know what he's looking at, and then it's be everything but my face. So I took a video, which means I would have got my face in it eventually.
So I press the orange button.
No, it's already going.
Oh. I can see you okay. Do I need to press this one?
No.
No. Alright. There you go.
So the whole time when I was in Loo, I was walking around shops and stuff, trying to find something like a shirt or something which has the like Cornwall flag or anything on it, and I found something that's really cool that, you know, it's going to be fun to bring back to Australia. That really cringy. I cringed. So this is my pack for well, when I got Offa's Dyke, what I've got is a sleeping bag. I've got a tent in there, and I've got a blow-up mattress, and yeah, so that's hopefully should do the trick. I'm also taking a giant water bottle. I've got some electrolytes in here. I'm going to get some more. Water, there's normally in Australia many public sort of fountains or bubblers. There's none pretty much over here. It's very rare to actually find something. So I might awkwardly have to go into some pubs and say, can you fill up my thing with water? And then if they give me a weird look and say no, I'll move on, I guess. So that's the end of the video, I guess. See you part 2, and yeah, bye.